Yes. So you can see me. හොඳට පේනවනේ. ඊට පයලා වගේ තියෙනවනේ. So today I thought of doing the vendor of sweets. කට්ටියට ටිකක් අමාරුයි, කට්ටිය කම්මැලි ලියන්න just මේ චූටි අයත් ඉන්නවා මෙතන. චූටි අයට idea එකක් ගන්න තමයි මම චූටි අයට join වෙන්න කියලා කිව්වේ. The grade 11s you will understand, but the smaller ones, the little ones, you won't be understanding anything, right? That's okay. චූටි අය තේරුම් නැති වුණාට කමක් නැහැ, but this is how we write an answer to a context question කියන එක ගැන තමයි කතා කරන්නේ අද. හරිද? චූටි බබාලා ටික අහගෙන ඉන්න. So, do you know vendor of sweets? Hands up the grade 11s. If you have read the novel, full novel එක කියවලා තියෙන අය තුස්සන්න මගේ ක්ලාස් එකේ ඉන්න ළමයි නම් ඉන්නවා. හිනුලි එහෙම සියත්ම එහෙම. කියවලා තියෙනවා මං හිතන්නේ 5 පාරක් විතර නේද සියත්ම? Just raise your hand. Girls, raise your hand if you have read the novel more than 2 times. කොලා අවසරයගේ මම මේ අහන්නේ. And you can talk. මේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට කතා කරන්න පුළුවන්. කතා කරන්න නැතුව ඉන්න එපා. Yes, Rishna, what about you? ආයිති ආන්සර් එකක් ගන්න බලාගෙන ඉන්න මේ කට්ටිය සද්දද?
No, teacher.
Oh, very good. No, කියවලා නැහැ. Who told that? කවුද කිව්වේ? Krishna කියවලා නැද්ද නවල් එක මෙහෙ වෙද්දි? At least one time. සියත්ම yes. At least one time, yes, කෝ කියන්න.
Yeah, one time.
One time. සියත්ම 3 times නේද සියත්ම? කොයිද? Right, anyway, I'll be doing this series of lessons. තව දවස් ටිකක් කරනවා. Vendor of sweets තර නෙවෙයි ඔයගලන්ට අමාරු ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා නම් you can ask. හරිද? So yes, let's discuss the answers. හරිද? දැන් ඔයගලන්ට ideas දෙන්න ඕනේ පුතේ. You guys have to respond. කට පියාගෙන නම් ඉන්න බෑ. චූරියට කමන්නේ තේරෙන විදිහකට කියන්න ඕනේ. හරි? So when they give a context question, we have to read the paragraph very carefully. මේ novel එකේ තියෙන එක අනිවාර්යෙන්ම ලස්සනට කියවන්න ඕනේ පැහැදිලිව. And you have to understand the situation. කොතනද මේක දීලා තියෙන්නේ කියලා මතක තියෙන්න ඕනේ. That is why we have to read the novel more than 2 times. 2 or 3 times කියවන්න ඕනේ novel එක. මොකද ඔළුවට යන්නේ නැහැ idea එක. දැන් සාමාන්‍යයෙන් when we read a story book, that's completely different. කතන්දර පොතක් කියවද්දී ටිකක් වෙනස්. But when it comes to academic book, මේක දැන් academic book එකක් විදියට මේක story book එකක් විදියට කියවනම් ඔළුවේ තියෙයි. But the academic book කියන මානසිකත්වයෙන් මේක කියවද්දී you won't remember anything, right? So at least you have to read 2 times. Otherwise you won't remember anything. මොකද අමතක වෙන්න තියෙන possibility එක වැඩි. හරිද? So let's see. The only letter Jagan rigorously suppressed. What do you mean by suppressed? Yes, girls. Hurry up. Answer 7. What do you mean by suppressed? Singaling hari kamak ne. So you will be given 2 words to write the meaning. Hari දැන් බැරි වෙලාවත් මේක suppressed කියලා ආවනම් මොකද කරන්නේ? ඔය කියන්න. Yes, reply. I'm waiting. මම ඔක්කොම උත්තර ටික කියනකම් බලන් ඉන්න එපා. හරි search කරලා හරි කියන්න බලන්න suppressed කියන්නේ මොකද්ද කියලා. What do you mean by suppressed? Something you are just suppressing something. Suppress. ඇති අන්ත එකක් ආවා. Surprise? No. See? Suppress. No. So he suppressed something. The government suppressed us with the VATs. Yes, Imasha, yatapat kala, yes. Yatapat kala, that means like he tried to hide it. He put some pressure on it and to hide it. අපි suppress කරනවා කාවාරි depress කරනවා වගේම idea එකක් තමයි එතනින් කියන්නේ යා. Right? Suppress means යටපත් කළා. Yes. We put pressure on something. Right? We try to hide it. So he rigorously suppressed means he tried to hide it by putting pressure. හරිද? කො තව answers තියෙනවද? කට්ටිය කියන්න. මම බලාගෙන ඉන්නේ. ළමයි. Go. Yes, yes. So you guys have to respond, right? The grade, especially the grade 11s. Otherwise, there's no point of doing these classes because I need to check your knowledge and you should be analyzing your level now. මම කොතනද ඉන්නේ කියලා කියන්න බලන්න. Yes. Suppress. Forcibly putting an end to something. Force එකක් දාලා මොකක් යටපත් කරන්න හදනවා. Yeah, forcibly putting an end to something. Suppress means like the meaning is that. Was the one in which Mali had written after, yes. Impulse. Okay. Impulse, yes. Had written after 3 years experience of America. So now Mali kiyane Jagan's son, you know. So he has gone to America. Now it's been 3 years since he's living in America. Now he has sent a letter saying what? මොකක්ද කියලා දෙන්න. I've taken to eating beef. What do you mean by beef පුතේ? මොනවද beef කියන්නේ? Yes. Beef. ඔයාලා කෑවත් beef තමයි. Beef means harak mas. Yes, Dilmi. Harak. Yes, yes. Beef means harak mas. So, you know, in India, they don't eat beef. Why? Siyatma, you have to respond, right? I told you these things.
Because they are vegetarians.
Indians, they are vegetarian. Yes. Yes, they are vegetarian sometimes, but you know, they eat chicken and everything. Tandoori chicken, masala chicken, butter
Because
chicken.
they say the cow has their god.
Yes, Pute. They treat cow. It's like holy cow. Holy cow, yala. Cow is a holy animal. Cow කියලා කියන්නේ මොන දෙවියන්ගේ වාහනේද? I taught you. Yes. Whose vehicle? Cows are sacred animals. Yes, darling. Yes, Himena. Cows are sacred animals. So, cow is the vehicle of God Shiva Deviyange Vahane. So, you know that in India there are a lot of gods. Lots and lots of gods. They have different gods, right? So, they also have vehicles. What is the vehicle of God Ganesha? Mara Prashthi Alik Yanava Venavahane. So they have chosen animals as their vehicles. So what is the vehicle of God Ganesha? So you should know these things. Mouse, yes, rat. And yes, she has sent a picture. And what is the vehicle of God? God Kataragama Deviya Skanda Kumar. So what is the vehicle of his? මේකට උත්තරේ කිව්වොත් කතරගම දෙවියන්ගේ වාහනේ කිව්වොත් එහෙම ටැග් එකක් දෙනවා. Yes. මං කිව්වා එක්කෙනෙක්. Oh, yes, peacock. හරියටම හරි peacock. So it is really impossible, right? How can we just think about that, right? A god traveling by a horse is okay. Cow, of course, okay, yes. But rats and peacocks, how can they travel on them, right? That's kind of like, that's the question. අර බොණ්ඩෝනේ ප්‍රශ්නයක්. හරි, anyway, so you know that in Indian culture they have vehicles, so they have gods, so they treat these animals as sacred animals. So they don't, even in India they don't kill rats because that they think that the vehicle of God Ganesha. එතකොට ගෙදර මීය සෙට් එකක් ඉන්නවා නම් ගණ දෙවියන්ගේ කාර් පාක් එක කියලා හිතනවා ඇතියා. එහෙම තමයි හිතන්නේ මම හිතන්නේ. ගණ දෙවියෝ අපේ ගෙදර කාර් පාක් එකක් දාලානේ යන්නේ එම් කියනවා. Anyway, so I have seen some videos. So there were these people inside a Corville, and the Corville is like full of rats. So rats are going everywhere, and they have placed these plates of milk. Kiri pirisi dala tiyena pingang. So the rats, they drink from the plates, right? Then after the rats they drank from it, the people take the plates and they drink the milk. I don't know what's wrong with these people. So anyway, they treat cows as sacred animals. So there are a lot of cows even on the roads. India wala පාරවල් ගානේ like stray cattle, stray cows pirila, because they don't kill them, right? It's like this. So sometimes they believe that these cows are the reincarnation of somebody who died recently. ළඟදී මැරිච්ච කෙනෙක් අලුතෙන් ඉපදුනහම cow කෙනෙක් කියලා තමයි they think, right? That's their belief anyway. So here Mali is practical actually. So but it is against his culture, right? So he started eating beef, and I don't think any other words for it. So he thinks that it's okay to eat. So steak is something quite tasty and juicy. So this is really bad to describe like this, because he exactly knows that his father hates this, and he knows that this will upset his father, but the guy, he doesn't care about the father's feelings. Just kiwana mum beef kana awulak naha, but the guy is describing it is that as juicy and tasty. Steak, beef වලින් හදන්නේ steak, so juicy tasty එකක් කියනවා. එහෙම කියන්න ඕනේ නෑනේ, right? And now he is suggesting something. See, now I want to suggest, why don't you people start eating beef? Hey, ඔයාලා කන්නේ නැත්තේ beef? So we can't just force somebody to eat something they don't eat, right? So we can't just force vegetarians to eat meat, or else vegetarians can't force us to stop eating meat. Nobody can pressure somebody to stop eating or start eating something they don't eat. That's their preference, that's their liking. So the Mali, he doesn't have any consent actually. He doesn't have any care about how his father will react to this. So should he mention this? ලියුමක මේ වගේ දේවල් කියන්නත් ඕනද? මෙච්චර තාත්තා වරි වෙනවා කියලා දන්නවනේ. He knows that his father is a typical Indian. He knows that his father is very religious, and he knows that this will upset his father, but now he's explaining it. He's describing the taste of it, and also he's suggesting something. Why don't you eat it? අයි ඔයාලා ගන්න නැත්තේ කියලා තානවා. මු දෙන්න හිතනවා මගේ ළමෙක් වගේ නම් මං කෙලින්ම ඇමරිකාවට ටිකට් එකක් අරගෙන ගිහිල්ලා දිවෙනවා කන බැලෙන්න. Right? It will solve the problem of useless cattle in our country. Now he has a point actually, right? So with the modernization and the westernization, the traditions and cultures of a particular country can be faded away, but we have to respect others' ideas and respect the culture and the traditions. He has a point. So he says that if we start eating beef, it will solve the problem of useless cattle. Then people start killing the animals, but that's really harsh, right? Rude. And we won't have to beg for food from America. So we don't have to beg for food. So still they are begging for food from America. So they are asking for food and everything. So I sometimes feel ashamed when India asks for food for American aid. So he thinks that it is very it is not okay to ask food and help from America because he knows that they already have the resources. Even in our country, that's the same, Puta. We just ask everything from other countries, but still we have everything for ourselves here in Sri Lanka. We are asking for the rice and eggs. දෙයනේ මෙච්චර ලංකාවේ කුඹුරු තියෙද්දි අපි පිටරටින් හාලුත් ගෙන්නනවානේ. හාලුත් ඕකේ කියමු හරි කමන්නේ වෙන රහකට හාල් ගේන්න පුළුවන් කියද the eggs. දෙයනේ පිටරටින් බිත්තර ගේන ඒකේ පිටරට කිකිලියක් කර සුද්දියෙක් දාපු. සුදු කිකිලියෙක්. right? අපි සුද්ද කියලානේ කියන්නේ පිටරට කට්ටියට. so සුදු කිකිලියක් දාපු බිත්තරයක් කරගෙන foreign බිත්තරයක් අද්දියන් එන ගැම්මක් ඇති. I don't know what's wrong with these people but අර ලංකාවේ කිකිලියන්ගේ ඒවා ගොඩේනේ අනේ ඒවා කන්න හොඳ නෑ. The posh girls, they think that oh nee අපි ගොඩේ කිකිලියන්ගේ ඒවා කන්නේ නෑ. අපි කන්නේ posh කිකිලියන්ගේ ඒවා. Like Peter Harding ගෙන්නනේ American. Or maybe it's American. So people will say something like that, especially the Instagram influencers, right? And the TikTok influencers, they are like that. I have seen a lot of things like this. But sometimes I just slide into their live streams. I just watch them, what they say. They are like, oh my god, the recent thing හරිද මම මේ ළඟදී ඇත්තටමයි කියන්නේ මට ආපහු හැරලා ගිහින් කියන්න හිතුණා, right? So there was a couple හරිද මේ මගේ ක්ලාස් එක ළඟමයි මම එක ක්ලාස් එකක් ඉවරලා I was walking from the class to my home and there was this couple. The girl was there down හිටගෙන හිටියා bike එකෙන් බැහැලා, right? The guy was there, he was like trying to hold a bottle, open a bottle, and she was there with the bottle and the helmet and everything. මට හිතාගන්න බෑ කියන්නේ මම එහෙම අර කට්ටිය I have seen people making fun of other people's how they talk and how they act, right? How they behave. I have seen these posts and videos, but my first-hand experience, I saw it with my very eyes. The girl was like, so she couldn't even talk. Can't she talk? She was like that. Like she is like having an affair with the boy, but she can't even talk properly. Hari the media pro was bondu nati hom katha karana addaru ඉතින් හරි දැන් එතකොට කවදා හරි what if they had a child? එතකොට child උත් ළමයාත් කතා කරන තාත්ති මට අලකෝනේ. අර අම්මත් කතා කරන තාත්ති මටත් අලකක් ඕනේ. Right? So that's really hilarious. People are not even mature. I mean, like that shows their education level. I don't know what's wrong with these people, right? අපි ආදරය කරන කට්ටියත් එක්ක හුරතල් වෙන එක සාමාන්‍ය දෙයක්, but that's something really I don't know unacceptable. අර සුදු තාත්තියගේ සුදු අම්මියකෝයි මං ඇත්තටම දැක්කා, right? So anyway, we won't have to beg food from America. I sometimes feel ashamed when India asks for American aid. Instead of that, why not slaughter? Yes, what do you mean by slaughter? Bihandu Kolla, yes, tell me. Slaughter, yes, killing animals for food. Slaughter, yes, slaughter, kill. Useless cows which wander means what? Walk here and there. Wander. මෙතන wander. WONDER කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? WO තිබ්බොත් මොකද්ද wander කියන්නේ? Wander. In the streets and block the traffic. පාරවල් ගානේ block කරනවා. So they walk here and there, wander. Jagan felt outraged. So what do you mean by outraged? Outraged. So you can feel the meaning in the words. Fierce anger. Yes, good, Siyadma. Very angry, fiercely angry, outraged. The Shastras define the 5 deadly sins. So they are Shastras, they have 5 deadly sins. In Buddhism also we have Anantariya Papa Karma. So they have 5 deadly sins, and the killing of a cow headed the list. First killing of a cow. That's an Anantariya Papa Karma, right? Okay, so I think you got the idea about the situation here. So now I need you all to send answers. Sinkaran, right? What is the situation described in the passage? So you have to at least write 2 or 3 lines for these, right? Not for the third question, but for the first, second, and the fourth one. So you know that they are giving you 4 marks there, right? See? Okay, so the situation described in the passage. Yes, Biandu, I know. So you can send answers now. Type it and send it to the group chat. Group chat, or you can send it to me personally. I'm waiting. Yes. You guys can now text. චූඩිය try කරන්න තේරෙනවද බලන්න. දැන් මෙතන situation එක මම ඔයාලට කිව්වා. First එකටම. So now it's been 3 years since Mali had left to live in America. Now Mali is sending a letter. So that is the situation. So Mali is sending a letter to Jagan saying that he has started eating beef. And here Jagan is shocked and angry because his son is eating beef. So that is the situation here. But then අපි සාමාන්‍ය situation එක describe කරද්දී when we describe the situation, you have to have a clear-cut explanation about anything what happens, right? මං හැමදාම මගේ physical classes වල කියන්නේ මට ඇවිල්ලා ඔයාලා කිව්වොත් එමේ ටීචර් මගේ මල් පෝච්චිය බිඳුණා කියලා you have no clue what is it මොන මල් පෝච්චියද, but if you say that teacher අපේ අම්මට birthday එකට මං අරන් දුන්න රෝස මල තිබුණ මල් පෝච්චිය අපේ බල්ලාගේ කකුල වැදිලා බිඳුණා, so I will have an idea, right? So මේක මෙයාට මෙච්චර වටින්නේ ඒකයි. So you have to have මං හැම වෙලේම කියන්නේ answer එක clear දිපුතේ, just think that somebody who doesn't have any idea about literature is checking the paper. Novel එක කියවලවත් නැති කෙනෙක් තමයි paper එක බලන්න කියලා හිතන්නේ. එහෙම හිතාගෙන තමයි answer එක ලියන්නේ. So you have to describe the background a bit. So you can say that now it's been 3 years since Mali had left to live in America, and now he is sending a letter to Jagan saying that he has started taking beef, and now he is suggesting that they should also start eating beef in order to clear away the poverty and the hunger they have in India. So because of that, Jagan is very upset and angry, and that is because he is a religious man and they treat cows as holy animals. අන්න situation එක සාමාන්‍ය rule 3කින් 4කින් lines 3කින් විතර describe කර, right? So as described in the extract, why is Jagan worried? Now you can say, just answer එවන්න පුතේ, why is Jagan worried here? චූඩියටත් එවන්න පුළුවන් මෙතන. Why is Jagan worried here? Yes, I'm waiting till you are sending answers. Oh, hurry up, ටිකුට ගාලා type කරන්න. Yes. Why is Jagan upset? Why he is worried? උඩත් කන්න නෑ අනේ මටත් කන්න නෑ කියලාද? මාත් කන්න ඕනේ steak කියලා. Because his son has started eating beef, yes, and then why? So there's a reason for him to be worried. Yes, the answer is correct, because Jagan is worried because his son has started eating beef, and he is also suggesting that Indians should eat beef, and eating beef is a deadly sin according to their religion. So that is why he is worried. They don't eat beef in India, so that's why he is worried. Yes, good. Because Mali has started to take meat පුතේ, meat meat, and he describes it. And Jagan lage ආගමේ හැටියට meat කන එක නරකයි කියන එක කොහොසියක්ම answers නැද්ද බිහඳු? නෙලූෂා, ඉමාෂා, හිරු? Yes. Because Mali suggests Indians to eat beef, which is not suitable for the Indian culture. Yes, good. The holy animal. Yes. So, and Mali suggests Indians to eat beef, which is not suitable for Indian culture. Mali has started eating beef, and he suggests that Indians should eat beef, which is not suitable in Indian culture, and which on the answer මේ ඔයාලා කිව්ව ideas හැම එකක්ම දීලා එක answer එකක් එන්න ඕනේ. Jagan is worried because Mali has started eating beef, and he's suggesting that Indians also should eat beef. And Jagan knows that according to their Shastras, eating beef, killing the cow is a deadly sin. Now he is worried and angry because his son is doing that. Right? Anna answer. Complete, clear, clean answer. Write the meanings of the following words in your own. Yes. Slaughter. Select you up. Kill. We have the yes with it. Slaughter means kill, and outrage means very angry, fiercely angry. Yes. What theme? Themes reflected through this extract. මේකට ටිකක් වැඩිපුර ලකුණු හම්බ වෙනවා, so you have to write like 5 lines. රූල් 5ක් විතර ලියන්න. මට මේකට නම් ආන්සර් එක ඕනේ ළමයි. at least the theme එක ඔයක් කියන්න මම explain කරන හැටි කියලා දෙන්නම්. I need the answer anyway. මම literature paper එක ලියන්නේ නෑනේ. ඔයාලානේ ලියන්නේ. It is my duty to correct you. This traditions versus modernity. Yes. Traditions versus modernity. Of course, we can take it also. Jagan's patriotism. Yes, that's a good one. Jagan ke deshapremithwe pennana, so he feels outrageous. And Jagan's religious perspective is shown here. How religious is Jagan can be shown, and also in the cultural clash. And the theme, the main theme, the cultural clash can be shown here. Cultural clash. Indian culture and Western culture. So there's a cultural clash. So that's the main theme which is highlighted here in this section. And also the patriotism and the religious beliefs of Jagan is shown here, and traditions versus modernity. Yes. The conflict between Indian and Western culture is here. Yes. That is the theme. So you have to explain it anyway. Yeah. Explain here in this extract. There are some themes which can be shown. One is one is the conflict between Indian and Western culture, and Jagan find it hard to accept the Western culture. Right. So you have an idea. I'm happy at least mama kiyala cutting elira gatta wachana ටිකක් හොඳයි. Right? මේවා ලියන්න ඕනේ ළමයි. So let's move on to the next one. Matters became worse when Mali indicated the girl at his side and said, "This is Grace. You know the situation now." ඔන්න මෙතන සිටුේෂන් එක මතක තියෙන්න ඕන. මට කවුරුහරි කියන්න just මේ මෙතනින් කියවලා මේ line එකෙන් මොකද්ද මේ scene එක කියලා. දැන් චූටියටත් answers දෙන්න පුළුවන්. මොකද because they have watched the videos. I have shown you the videos. So you can answer the questions. කියන්න බලන්න. Yes, I'm waiting. I'm looking at the chat box. When Mali arrived in India, yes. Mali comes back from America with the girl. See, and dakkane. Yes, Siyatma, that's good. That's a perfect answer. Mevala. Siyatma හොඳයිනේ. Oh, that's Siyatma මට tag එකක් ගෙනත් දෙන්න ඒක නිසා. Mali comes back from India with the girl, and he introduced her as his wife to Jagan. Anna. Yes, that's good. That's a good answer, right? Hiru, yes. When Mali came from America with his girl and introduced her to Jagan. The situation, Mali comes back with a girl named Grace. Yes, Neluchan. Yes, that's a good try. Yes. Hari. So, on එකපාරට දඩස් බඩස් ගාලා ඇවිල්ලා කියනවා Mali ඔන්න ඉස්සෙල්ලම තියෙන්නේ. So he sends a telegram. හරිද? Coming back, another person with me. On a telegram. Another person, Jagan, so Jagan he has a mini heart attack. Jagan. Another person, yako married gadda. කියලා හිතනවද Jagan. Right? So this is Grace. Grace කියලා පෙන්නනවා. We are married. එකපාරට දඩස් ගාලා like he's like just throwing a bomb වගේ. හරිද? We are married. Grace, my dad. Complete confusion. So you can see the complete confusion in here also. Writer has used these techniques, the full stop, sudden full stops and short sentences to show the confusion and the suddenness මේක අර එකපාරටම කියදි ෂොක් එක අපිටත් දැනෙන්න ඕන හින්දා තමයි දඩම් බඩම් කාලා කියලා දාන්නේ. So he knows how to use the words and how to use the sentences. Right? Matters became worse when Mali indicated the girl at his side and said, "This is Grace. We are married." So no explanation, nothing. Just say, "We are married." So we understand the shock and the tension which creates here. Grace, my dad, Grace Tata, complete confusion. Married? When were you married? යකෝ මූ beef කාප් එකක් කිව්වා. මූ marry කරා කියලා කිව්වේ නෑනේ. ඒකට දැන් ඔය first එකට මොල්වට එන්නේ මට නම් ඒක. යකෝ මූ හරක් මස් කන්න පටන් ගත්තා. එතකොට getting married, is it not important, right? යකෝ getting married important නැද්ද මේ හරක් මස් කන එකටත් වඩා? See how Mali's behavior is really unacceptable here. Here, throughout the novel, his behavior is really unacceptable. He never cares about his father, right? He doesn't care about his ideas, his feelings. And father, of course, in the sense, he is completely opposite. Jagan is really worried about his son. He accepts everything what he does, right? And he always has a point and he always has an excuse to make up his mind whenever his son do something very bad. පුතා මොකක් හරි ගොබ්බ වැඩක් කරත් මාලිට පුළුවන් ජගන්ට පුළුවන් ඒක එක්ස්කියුස් එකක් හදාගෙන කොල්ලා කියලා මොනවා හරි හදන්න. So first what is the first bad thing Mali did? Mali කරපු කැටම් වැඩේ පළවෙනිට මොකද්ද කරේ මාලි? බියඳු විමාෂා නෙලූෂා ක්‍රිෂ්ණා හිරු හිමේනා සියත්මා කෙනුලි මැරිලාද දන්නේ? Yes. හේරත් සියත්ම කියනවා. Yes, what is the first thing? What is the first naraka thing this guy did? Mali මොකද්ද පළවෙනිටම කරපු බලු වැඩේ කියන්න බලන්න. As a parent you should know. අර parent කෙනෙක්ගේ perspective එකෙන් කියන්න බලන්න. What did he do? Not eating food prepared by his father. He keeps money under the food plate. Yes, kind of. No, that එක හරි එක පොඩි දෙයක්. But the first thing he did was stop going to college. College එකට යන එක නතර කරපු එක. He didn't even tell his father. He didn't even speak with his father. He didn't even talk with his father about anything. He just quit. He just stopped going to school. That is what he did. So can you give me a millisecond? Millisecond එකක් දෙන්න, I'll come, right? Millisecond එකකට වඩා ගියාද? Right, anyway. So the first bad thing Mali did was that he stopped going to school and he burnt the books. So that was the first thing, and they said that he wanted to become a writer. And he said he's writing a novel, but he didn't do that. And then he booked flights and he arranged everything, and he suddenly went to America without telling his father, right? Right? So Mali's character, Mali's behavior is very bad, and it shows how stubborn he is and how acceptable Jagan is. Jagan is actually a good father, but Jagan didn't know how to handle his son. That is because maybe he doesn't have any idea about how to be a parent, a single parent, because Mali's mother died, right? So Mali's mother died, and Jagan always thought that Mali should get the love he loves from his mother. So that's why he became a motherly figure. Right. So he became a motherly figure more than a father, right? Normally, fathers are very strict. They are like, we are always afraid of our father, not our mother, right? Like, father is somebody who handles you, who can control you. Always you're just afraid of your father to say something. Amma margene amma tama agent. Taatara මොන හරි කියන්න amma agent කරලා තමයි තාත්තට කියන්නේ. But here Jagan became a motherly figure than a father. That is because of the love he has towards his son. ඒක හොඳ theme එකක් actually. කියන්නේ යාගේ love එක හොඳට පෙන්නනවා, the care. But because of that too much love and affection, what happened was Mali became stubborn, and he didn't even obey his father. He was like, he thought that, I can do whatever I want. I just don't care about what my father feels or thinks. So that is what he did exactly. So loving too much, loving somebody too much, and they will take you for granted. That is the thing. This is actually real life themes we are talking here. R.K. Narayan real life human relationships ගැන හොඳට ලියලා තියෙනවා. So he really understands the society, right? මේ කතා කරන්නේ අවුරුදු ගානකට කලින් දේවල්. That still this is applicable. නේ? අර ඉන්න දැක්කද? ෆෝන් එක දුන්නේ නැහැ, අම්මා ෆෝන් එක දුන්නේ නැහැ කියලා සීරි හානි කරගන්නවා. මී හරක්නේ. අනේ මම නම් පාටියක් දාන ඒ වගේ ගොබ්බෙක් සීරි හානි කරගත්තයි දීලි. ෆෝන් එක දුන්නේ නැහැ කියලා සීරි හානි කරගන්න තරම් මී හරකෙක්. Right? So they can just speak and talk with their parents. They can't be that stubborn. So they think that killing themselves, they are punishing their parents. අම්මලාට පනිෂ් කරන්න තමයි මැරෙන්නේ. අනේ එන ගොන්නේ එතකොට ඌගී මිනි පෙට්ටියෙන් ෆෝන් එකක් ගන්නෙ නෑ. මිනි පෙට්ටියට ෆෝන් එක දාන්න තමයි වෙන්නේ. No. So if you don't listen to your parents, you will end up doing something really bad. And here also Mali didn't listen to his father, and that is what exactly happened to him. ඒක පෙන්නනවා. This is make a moral story එකක් වගේ හරිද? ඔයාලට. මේකයි මේ නවල් එක ලස්සන නැති වුණා. ඔයාලට මේක දීලා තියෙන්නේ ඒකයි. So if you don't listen to your parents, if you don't respect your parents, what will happen? Towards the end, you will lose everything. අන්න ඒක තමයි මේකෙන් කියන්නේ. Right. But when were you married? You didn't tell me. Don't you have to tell your father? Yes, a lot of questions is asked here. He is not asking actually. He's asking in his mind. In his mind, he's questioning these things, right? You can see the confusion and the stress in Jagan's mind. මේක පෙන්නනවා මෙයා කතා කරලා තියෙන විදිය මෙතන පේනවා බලන්න. කියන්නේ මේ questions, short questions, and sudden questions, short questions without a full stop. So you can understand the tension, right? Words and the question marks and full stops පාවිච්චි කරලා තියෙන විදියම තේරෙනවා the tension he has created here. Who is she? Anyway, she looks like a Chinese. Don't you know that one can marry a Chinese nowadays? The Chinese part I knew. They have invaded our borders. අපේ borders invade කරලා තියෙන්නේ. Oh, perhaps she's Japanese. Japanese වෙන්න දිනා. Jagan threw a panicky look at his cousin and begged on the pretext of supervising the loading of the baggage into the gopher's taxi outside. So what Jagan did was මේ ඔක්කොම ප්‍රශ්න ටික පැත්තක තියලා, so he was panicked, right? He was shocked. So what he really did was he just start supervising unloading the baggage and everything. Baggage එක උස්සලා පල්ලයට දාන කරේ. He couldn't ask any questions from his father. Right? A gaping crowd followed. What do you mean by gaping, Pute? So they have මෙතන gaping කියන එක idea එක මොකක්ද? සාමාන්‍ය gaping කියලා කියනවා අපි ලොකුවට කටාරිනවටත් කියනවා, yawning කියන එකටත් කියනවා, ඊට පස්සේ ලොකු hole එකක් හැදෙනවටත් කියනවා, wide කියන එකටත් කියනවා. So මෙතන නිකන් wide වගේ කියන idea එක තමයි එන්නේ. Follow them to the car, murmuring. කෑ ගහගෙන මුමුණු එනවා. So they were like shouting, right? He's come from America. Mali took notice of Gopher by saying, Jalapi going strong? Jalapi කියන්නේ මේ වාහනේට. Gopher did not understand the word jalapi, which sounded to everyone like the jalebi. You know jalebi, right? What is jalebi? Jalebi, baby. Kianbal, what is jalebi? Yes, Hiru, Imasha, Nelusha, Krishna, Siyatma, Himena, Vihandu, Herath. Indian sweet, yes. So anyway, Indian sweets are really sweet. Right. So prepare in Jagan's shop. What is the situation given in the passage and where does it take place? You know now. I explained it. Now just want to the complete answer ka kone kattima type කරන්න බලන්න. Hurry up. Complete answer එකක්. ලස්සනට answer එක එවන්න ඕනේ බලන්න යන type කරන තප්පර 10ක් දෙනවා. කරන්න. So you are given 2 marks there. So you have to have a brief explanation, but you have to have a clean and neat explanation. මං කිව්වේවත් මතක තියාගෙන just කියන්න බලන්න. කට්ටිය type කරන්න. හරියට. Yes. කොහෙවන්න? I am waiting. කට්ටිය type කරන ඉතින් කමන්න type කරන්න. Take your time and type. What is the situation? So you have to give a full explanation about the situation, a clear and neat explanation within 2 or 3 lines. So you will be getting 2 marks. So you have to take the 2 marks. මම බලාගෙන ඉන්නවා ඉතින්. So that is when Mali returns to India from America, and he is introducing the person who came with him as his wife, saying they are married. And Jagan is really stressed and confused here because Grace, or the wife, is not even Indian. Mali comes back from America with the girl and he introduced her as his wife to Jagan, which leaves Jagan in complete confusion. Oh, wait. Takes place in the train station. So yes, it takes place in the train stations. Yeah, yes, good. Krishna. The arrival of Mali from America with a girl named Grace, but Jagan doesn't know that Mali had got married. So he is shocked and he questions himself. And itu dikko. That's another thing. Why he is shocked? Jagan, yes, the Mali comes back from America with the girl and he introduces her as his wife to Jagan, which leaves Jagan in complete confusion. And the incident takes place in the train station, and Jagan is really confused and shocked because Grace, or the particular person, the girlfriend or the wife of Mali, is not even Indian. She looks like she's Chinese or Japanese. So she's not even Indian. So that's why Jagan is speechless and confused. Set එකම තියෙනවා. හරි, very good. කට්ටියට idea එකක් තියෙනවා. Yes, I'm getting another answer. Because he has been married to a Western girl. Yes. Yes. Why was Jagan confused? Then බලන්න answer එක. Why was Jagan confused? Why was Jagan confused? Yes, yes, I'm waiting for the answers. Why was Jagan confused? Because without knowing, Jagan, Mali had married a Western girl. Because Mali even didn't tell this to his father. He's married that his girl was Western. Yes. Answer එක හරි පුතේ. Grammar සහ sentence order එකේ පොඩි පොඩි අඩුපාඩු තියෙනවා. So you can say that why Jagan is confused because, let's see. Yes, Herat. Mali came back to India from America. Jagan and cousin were waiting for him at the railway station. Finally, he came, but there was another person with him. She introduced that person, and Jagan was really shocked that he almost had a panic attack because Mali never mentioned her when she sent letters. The other thing was that Mali's wife is a Western girl. Yes, මේ පළවෙනි එකට answer එක නේද? Herat. Yes, that's a good answer, right? That's a very good answer. ඔක්කොම ටික තියෙනවා. So, Pute, here, why is Jagan confused? Jagan is confused because Mali is with another girl, and he says that he is married to her, and to his surprise, she is not even Indian, she is a Western girl. That's why Mali is confused. He is confused, and he has a lot of questions inside him. Why? Who is this girl? Where she comes from? And everything. Mali didn't tell Jagan as he married, as well as Mali's wife is not an Indian girl. Yes, idea එක හරි. Yes, good. Explain the meaning of the following words. Indiscreet. Yes. Then idea එක මොකක්ද? Indiscreet. Careless. With an idea එක පුතේ careless කියන එක. Careless. Indiscreet means careless here. Indiscreet කියලා කියනවා සාමාන්‍යයෙන් a person who can't keep other secrets inside. Secrets කියන්න බෑ ඕන තැනක like public places වල කියන්න පුළුවන්. And sometimes we can find indiscreet bosses. Indiscreet boss ලා ඉන්නවා. So they talk about your weaknesses in front of others. අනිත් අය ඉස්සරහා meeting වල කතා කරනවා indiscreet. That here indiscreet means careless. Right? Gaping means wide. ලොකු hole එකක් වගේ කියලා කියනවා මෙතන. idea එක හැබැයි gaping කියන ලොකුවට කතා කරනවා මෙතන idea එක wide. What state of mind is reflected by Jagan's behavior? What state of mind? දැන් මෙතන අපි මොකද්ද ජගන්ට වෙලා තියෙන්නේ? මෙතනත් කියනවා එතන. What state of mind? පොඩි දිගට ලියන්න state of mind එක confusion, shock and stress and tension. That is the state of mind which is described here, and you have to give a complete answer. මෙතන ලකුණු හතරක් හම්බෙන්නේ නැහැ. මේ confusion කියලා විතරක් ලියුවා. Confusion and stress, the distress in his mind, the questions he has. He is shocked, he is worried, he has a lot of questions, he is bewildered, confused, stressed, tensed. But you have to write a complete answer and explain the situation. Yes. පොඩි සාමාන්‍ය අයිඩියා එකක් ගන්න පුළුවන් එකක් මට දෙන්න බලන්න. Oh. So either you don't understand the question or you're just typing. ටිකක් දිග answer එකක් type කරනවා. Yes, I'm waiting. දැන් ඔයාලා කලින් context question එකට answer ලිව්වා වගේ නෙමෙයි. දැන් චුට්ටක් වෙනස් වෙන්න ඕන. අපි මේ ඔක්කොම ටික කරමු මේකේ. හැමදාම daily 7:30. හරිද? Right? So grade 10 අය join වෙන්න පුළුවන් Saturday at 6 to 7:30 තියෙන class එකක් උදේම grade 10 අයගේ grade 9 අයගේ තියෙනවා Sunday class එක at 6 to 7:30. Yes, I got an answer. Jagan is stressed, confused, shocked and worried. He has many questions about the marriage. Yes. He is not ready to accept the fact that his son, his only son is married. And even not to an Indian girl. Yes, that's the answer. Go, Anita, Devan Balan. So now, පුතේ ඔයාලා මේ ක්ලාස් එකේ සෙෂන් එකේ ඉවරනම් පස්සේ අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම group එකට community එකට දාන්න messages no answers ලියලා. හරිද? මේ අර අපි discuss කරපු වගේ answer එක හරියට ලියලා දාන්න හොඳේ. So then you can get a clear understanding about what the situation really is. තෙන්නල් තියන්න. අපි මේ අවසාන question එක අද කතා කරමු. Though they lived under one roof, they might be in two different worlds. So you can see their generation gap එක පෙන්නනවා. Even though they are living in one roof, living under one roof in one house, it looks like, it seems that they are in two different worlds. They don't talk to each other, they have their own ways, they just don't talk. When he saw the light through the chink in the door, Jagan knew that the boy was in his room. He dared not to knock on it. He was like scared to knock on it. I don't know why. So Jagan's cowardly behavior is shown. Even Jagan was in his young age, when he was young, he didn't have a value for his voice. Even his marriage was settled by his brother and his father. තාත්තයි අයියයි තමයි යාගේ marriage එකත් settle කරේ. Jagan didn't have a word in it. Rarely did they ever reach home at the same time, so that there was no chance of their meeting in the hall. So they won't meet in the hall. That means they both came in at different times, so they didn't have time to talk to each other. Jagan felt harrowed by the lack of information. When the cousin arrived at this appointed time, he found Jagan looking so restless that he felt constrained to remark, as he emerged from the kitchen. You are blessed with every gift of life. What else? With what 90 out of 100 people crave for? Money. You have everything. Money. So you can see that money can't bring happiness. It is clearly shown here. Money can't bring happiness. ඒක පෙන්නනවා දැක්ක නේද? You 90% of people they like දෙවෙනි එකට answer එකක් කියලා දෙනවා. Since Mali has a wife whom he never mentioned, Japan was killed. Jagan was really confused and he was stressed about the fact that his only son got married and it's not even to an Indian girl. His mind was filled with questions. He is confused. Yes, the state of mind is confusion. Very good, Hera. Right. Balan? What 100 out of 100 do not attain? Contentment, fulfillment, satisfaction. Contentment is fulfillment, satisfaction. Yet you have not mastered one thing, that is the art of looking happy. So he is always like worn out. You're always looking careworn. Right? Now Jagan කියන්නේ මේ මාලිව හම්බෙන්නේවත් නැහැනේ දෙන්න එකට නෙමෙයි කියන්නේ ගෙදරම හිටියා ඉන්නෙත් නෑ වගේ, right? So what is the incident described in the passage? Yes. අපි මෙහෙම කරමු. ඔයාලා මේකට answers ලියලා දාන්න ඕන. ඒ මම්ම කියලා දෙන්නේ නැහැ. හරිද? Just නිකන් idea එකක් අරගෙන shoot එකක් කමක් නැහැ දාන්න තේරෙන විදියට. ලොකු අය you should know by now, you should know where this happens, where this takes place and everything. You should know. හරිද? අනිවාර්යෙන්ම දැන් දාන්න. ඊට පස්සේ අපි මේක discuss කරමු. හෙට හවස. Right? හෙට හවස I'll be sending you a link or else හෙට උදේ 10ට I have classes. Right? Just let me know, right? Now Pute, let me wind up the class. Right? So share it with your friends and everything. Right? Have a nice day.